Let go of who you were yesterday and welcome the self that's waiting to unfold tonight. See, every single one of us carries around a story, a collection of images and beliefs we cling to, often without even realizing it. Maybe your story has been woven together over years, layered in like sediment, decades of self-doubt, of roles you've had to play, of fears you've inherited. The story that says, I'm just not that type of person, or I've always been this way, maybe it's too late for me to change, or I don't have the courage. But what if I told you those beliefs, those words you've been repeating, are only as real as you allow them to be? What if, just for tonight, you could release them? Because here's a truth, a deep and powerful truth: you are not bound by the person you've been up until now. Think about it, how much of what you do, what you say, what you believe about yourself, how much of it is truly yours? Each moment is an opportunity to create a version of yourself that is either blossoming toward your truest self, or shrinking back into that heavy old bag of limits. Now, let it go. Just let it go and watch yourself unfold into something new. Here's a small exercise. Picture yourself as you were yesterday, as you were this morning. Take a good look. Look deeply into the eyes of that person standing before you and recognize all they've carried, all the hardships they've borne. Feel a sense of gratitude for the steps they've taken, the paths they've walked that led you right here. Thank them for everything they've done. And now, with deep love, let them go. As they turn and walk away, allow them to drift off. Release them, and in doing so, welcome a new version of yourself, the one that's unfolding in this very moment as you listen. See them step forward with strength, clarity, purpose, and a deep sense of calm. Let go of needing to know each step of the path forward. Understand that letting go doesn't mean forgetting the past. It means loosening its grip on you. It's about freeing your mind, your heart, your spirit so that you can move forward unbound. As you listen to these words tonight, you're entering into a space of becoming, not bound by who you've been, but moving toward who you're meant to be. Think of it as clearing away a fog, layer by layer, moment by moment, revealing the light within you that's been there all along, waiting to shine. Each night you have the power to let go a little more, to shed a little more of what no longer serves you. You wake up renewed, one layer lighter, one step closer to freedom. And every time you lay down to rest, you enter a sacred space of release. It's a moment when your conscious mind steps back and your subconscious steps forward, open and receptive. It's a time to plant new seeds, to nurture the possibilities of a life free from limitations. Tonight, as you fall asleep, I want you to imagine that every breath you take is gently lifting away the weight of past beliefs. Every exhale is releasing a bit more of who you thought you had to be. And with each inhale, you're welcoming in a new, limitless self. See this person unfolding within you as you listen. See them standing tall, unburdened by doubt, fear, or guilt. They are waiting just below the surface, ready to emerge. In the space between who you were yesterday and who you're becoming tonight lies the power to rewrite your story. It's a sacred gap, a place where true transformation happens. Embrace this moment. What you think in darkness shapes your light. Think about that for a moment. In the stillness of the night, when the world grows quiet, you are invited into a sacred space of possibility. It's a time when you can peel away the layers of the day and sit with nothing but your own thoughts, your own intentions. And what you allow to grow there in the soft, shadowed corners of your mind has the power to shape the very light you'll shine tomorrow. You are the gardener of your own consciousness. As you close your eyes tonight, imagine that within your mind you're walking into a vast open field under a canopy of stars. It's nighttime and the earth is soft beneath your feet. In this space, you are the one who decides what seeds to plant. You choose the thoughts that take root, that will bloom into your life in the days to come. What will you choose to plant? That's the power of the night, my friend. Each time you close your eyes, you have a choice. And it may sound simple, but it is profound. You get to decide whether you'll fill your mind with the seeds of doubt or the seeds of belief, whether you'll focus on fear or love, on scarcity or abundance. And here's the secret: the night amplifies your thoughts. Yes, that's right. In the quiet, when there are fewer distractions and no demands pulling at you, your subconscious opens up like the soil of that fertile field. Whatever you choose to plant sinks deeper, stretches farther, and grows roots that run down into the very essence of who you are. You may not be fully aware of this process. Most of us aren't. Yet each night we are shaping our lives with the quality of our thoughts, with the emotions we carry as we drift off. Imagine if, instead of falling asleep with the worries and frustrations of the day, you consciously chose to plant thoughts of peace, gratitude, joy, and possibility. Imagine the life that would blossom. I want you to consider something simple yet profound. The first thoughts you think as you close your eyes have an incredible influence on the energy that fills you throughout the night. Now, you might be wondering, how can I make sure my thoughts are serving me, especially when the mind has a habit of returning to those old fears, those lingering doubts? Well, the answer lies in intention. It's as simple as setting an intention for your night, for the space in your mind where you'll plant those seeds. You see, if you really decide that tonight is for peace, or for healing, or for courage, you've already given yourself a powerful starting point. In fact, let's try this together. As you're sitting there, take a deep breath. Feel yourself settle into the seat you're in, into the room around you. Now, as you breathe out, I want you to release all the noise from your day, let it fade. Breathe in again, and as you do, let a simple intention rise within you tonight. I choose to grow in love. Tonight, I choose to plant seeds of faith. Take this in fully. Feel how that intention sits in your heart like a quiet promise to yourself. And here's the beautiful part: by choosing to plant that intention, you've already begun the process of reprogramming your mind. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Reprogramming isn't about erasing your past or fighting every stray thought that drifts by. It's simply about redirecting your mind to the thoughts that serve you, to the beliefs that align with the person you're becoming. Each night is a blank slate. Each night, as you close your eyes and enter the realm of rest, you get to decide what will you bring into your subconscious. Just imagine the kind of life you would create if every night you chose to fill your mind with images of success, of peace, of compassion. Picture the version of yourself who believes in their own worth, who feels grateful to simply be alive. That's who you're shaping. That's who you're allowing to emerge. You know, many people fall asleep with unresolved stress. They drift off thinking about what went wrong, what they should have done differently. But let me tell you, my friend, if you carry stress, resentment, or fear into your sleep, you're only allowing those seeds to grow deeper roots. Instead, tonight, I invite you to imagine what it would be like to go to sleep with a heart filled with acceptance, with forgiveness, especially self-forgiveness. Imagine letting go of all that didn't go as planned and simply breathing in the peace of this present moment. That peace, that sense of contentment, that's the light you'll wake up with. What you think in darkness shapes your light. Let's explore this idea even deeper. Think of the night as your sanctuary, a place where you are free to let go of every mask, every role, every weight you've carried. This is a space where you can simply be. And in that openness, that beautiful darkness, you can speak to your subconscious directly. This is the time to tell yourself, I am enough. Say it softly and let it echo within. This is the time to feel yourself as the creator of your own life. You are not bound by the judgments of others. You are not held back by past mistakes. In this sacred quiet, you get to see yourself as you truly are, a being of light, love, and infinite potential. Imagine yourself planting a seed of pure possibility. And here's something I want you to know: the subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between reality and imagination. That means the seeds you plant here in your night meditation are real, they are powerful. You are creating reality in the field of your own mind. This is why if you plant thoughts of I am worthy, I am healthy, I am abundant, those thoughts will begin to blossom into your life, not because you're wishing for them, but because you're allowing them to become a part of who you are. And let me tell you, there's no limit to what you can grow. This is the most powerful truth I know you have within you, the ability to shape your entire experience simply by tending to the garden of your mind. And night after night, with each intention, you are weaving a new fabric of reality. Now, I want you to think about one more thing. When you plant a seed in the ground, you don't dig it up the next morning to check if it's grown. No, you simply trust that the seed will do its work. You allow it to take root, to grow in its own time. The same is true for the seeds of intention you plant in your mind each night. You don't need to force anything. Just plant the thought, the belief, and let it rest. Let it take root in the dark, fertile soil of your subconscious. Your mind will handle the rest. Each morning you will feel a little lighter, a little clearer, and one day, without even realizing it, you'll notice that those seeds have grown into a life filled with the light you've been seeking. So tonight, let go of the need to control the outcome. Just focus on what you wish to grow and let the process unfold naturally. Trust that your mind knows how to bring forth the light. Now, as you close your eyes, as you settle into the quiet, remember that this darkness is not emptiness. It's the beginning of creation. It's where you plant the seeds of a life that is rich, full, and aligned with your deepest truth. What you think in darkness, in this quiet, sacred space, shapes the light that will illuminate your life. So choose wisely. Plant the seeds that you wish to see bloom. And then let the night do its magic. It's not just sleep, it's transformation. That's right. This night meditation, it's far more than a time to rest. It's a doorway into the subconscious, an invitation to reshape your inner reality, to plant the seeds of the life you want to create. See, when you lie down at night, you're not simply drifting into dreams. You're entering a sacred space, one where your mind is open, ready to receive. The subconscious, the place where every belief, every habit, every ounce of self-worth lives, is ready to listen. Think about it. How many times have you tried to change something about yourself during the day? How many affirmations, resolutions, promises made in daylight hours only to feel resistance? Your conscious mind, that part of you that's alert and busy, is often too quick to dismiss these changes. It's got a job, after all, to question, to analyze, to keep you safe. But here's where the magic of night meditation comes in. Your subconscious mind doesn't operate by those same rules. During the day, your conscious mind is the gatekeeper, holding on to what it's known for so long. It's like a bouncer at a club, deciding what beliefs can stay and which ones have to go. But at night, that gatekeeper gets a little quieter. And in that quiet, a door opens, a path to where your deepest thoughts, dreams, and beliefs reside. You become receptive. Ready? Imagine for a moment it's the end of the day. You're lying down, the world around you fading into the background. And now, instead of racing through the day's worries, you're listening to words that carry a new vibration. Words that don't just skim the surface, but go deep, penetrating your innermost being. These words, they start to take root, planting themselves in the soil of your subconscious, and you begin to transform. It's not just rest, it's an activation. Because here's the truth, your subconscious is infinitely more powerful than your conscious mind. The subconscious doesn't judge, doesn't analyze, it accepts what it's given, and it works tirelessly night and day to bring those beliefs to life. It shapes your reality from the inside out. And every night, through meditation, you have the chance to offer it a new reality to shape. Think about this. Think about how many beliefs you carry that weren't even yours to begin with. Beliefs about who you should be, how much you deserve, what you're capable of. These ideas were planted there over time, perhaps by well-meaning family members, by friends, by society. But they're just that, ideas. They're not set in stone. Tonight you have the chance to replant, to let go of the old seeds and replace them with new ones. Imagine your subconscious mind as a garden. Some of the plants have been growing there a long, long time. Maybe some are beautiful, blooming flowers, but maybe others are old weeds, deeply rooted but no longer serving you. Now, in this meditation, we begin the gentle work of tending to this garden. You start to pluck out the weeds, to release the old, to let go of what no longer resonates with the vision of who you're becoming. And in their place, you plant something new. Each night is a chance to nurture this new garden within. And it happens quietly, gradually, so naturally that sometimes you won't even notice. But over time, the effects will be undeniable. You'll start to notice changes in how you feel, how you think, how you react. You'll start to see the subtle ways in which your reality shifts, reflecting back to you the beliefs you're now holding, the seeds you've planted. Let me tell you a little secret. The subconscious mind is the powerhouse of transformation. It's where the real change happens. It doesn't matter how many conscious goals you set if your subconscious mind isn't on board. This is why so many of us find ourselves stuck in patterns, repeating cycles we can't seem to break. Because at a deeper level, our subconscious is still holding on to those outdated beliefs. But in the stillness of the night, we can start to gently rewire, to reprogram, to choose something different. Think about that. Every night you're given a gift the opportunity to rewire, to reprogram. While your body rests, your mind is alive, awake, absorbing, integrating. And what's it integrating? The words, the images, the beliefs you choose to give it. It's about empowerment. Because just as your life is a reflection of those beliefs, it can also become a reflection of new ones. Each night you have a chance to set the stage for that new reality. To go beyond the conscious mind's doubts and defenses straight to the source. This is your chance to tell your subconscious a new story, one of possibility, of abundance, of worthiness. You may ask, why 21 nights? There's something deeply powerful about repetition. When you listen to these meditations over and over, you're creating new grooves in the mind, just like a river carves out a path in the earth. Each night, you're reinforcing the beliefs you want to carry forward, strengthening them until they become second nature. It's like learning a new language. In the beginning, it may feel unfamiliar, even challenging, but with each night, you're building fluency in a language of self-love, of confidence, of possibility. This isn't just sleep, it's your soul's invitation to evolve. And here's the beautiful thing, the transformation that starts in these night meditations will ripple out into every part of your life. You'll find yourself waking up with a new sense of purpose, of clarity, of calm. You'll feel lighter, more open, more alive, because the subconscious is a powerful force, and once it's aligned with your conscious desires, nothing can stand in your way. You become unstoppable. Because now every part of your mind, body, and soul is moving in the same direction. So tonight, as you close your eyes, remember that this isn't just about rest. This is a sacred space of creation, of becoming. Let your mind relax, let your body soften, and let these words sink in. Allow yourself to become deeply receptive, knowing that every word, every affirmation, every image you take in tonight is shaping the person you're becoming. This is your time. And as you fall asleep, let go of everything that no longer serves you. Feel yourself releasing, letting go, creating space for something new. Imagine yourself waking up tomorrow, not just rested, but renewed, transformed closer to the vision you hold in your heart. Because tonight, you're not just sleeping, you're becoming. You're stepping into a new reality, one night at a time. Imagine waking up and feeling more you than ever before. Imagine that as the sun rises, it's as if the very light is shining through you, illuminating the deepest, truest part of who you are. Not the layers of who you think you should be or the version that's been molded by others' expectations, but the authentic you that's been waiting just beneath the surface for this exact moment to step forward. Let me tell you something powerful. Each night, as you lay down and listen, you're stepping into a process of unfolding. A process where the old patterns that have kept you bound are gently, effortlessly dissolving. And with every passing night, they fade a little more, like mist under the morning sun. And what's left is you. Think of this journey as a return to the self you were meant to be before the world told you who to become. Before the self-doubt, before the fear, before all those little beliefs about not being good enough took root. Because let's be real, those thoughts, they're nothing but illusions. They're flimsy and fragile, only as strong as the attention we've given them. And now, with each night of deep listening, you're taking back that attention. You're reclaiming your power to choose a new story. So here's the invitation each night as you slip into that meditative state. Let go of needing to control the outcome. Let go of thinking you need to know exactly what's going to happen. Just allow yourself to trust. Trust that with each breath, the unnecessary parts of you are falling away. Now, I know that might sound simple, maybe even too simple, but let's remember something profound. Real change is often subtle. It's the kind of shift that sneaks up on you quietly, gently, and then one day you wake up and you notice something incredible. You feel different. You notice that the usual weight on your shoulders, it's lighter. You feel a new lightness, a freedom that maybe you can't quite explain. And then it hits you, you are transforming. So every night as you drift into this sacred space, you're sending a message to the universe, a message to yourself, I am ready to be who I truly am. Let's try a little exercise. Tonight, I want you to imagine that with each breath in, you're calling your spirit forward. You're breathing life into that authentic version of yourself. And with each exhale, you're letting go of any need to hold on to the old story. Just release it. Think about this. Our old patterns are like clothes we've outgrown. They may have fit once, maybe they even kept us warm and safe for a time, but they're no longer who we are. They're snug, restricting, outdated. And this meditation, this journey, is like slipping into a new garment, a garment made of light, ease, and joy. It's incredible, isn't it, just to think that you can release the weight of who you used to be and feel new, refreshed, more alive than ever. And it's not that you're changing into someone else. No, you're simply letting the best version of yourself rise up, the self that's been waiting all along. Now, here's a powerful truth to remember as you listen each night. Transformation doesn't require struggle. You don't need to fight to change. You don't need to push. All you need is to allow the layers to fall away. Give yourself permission to let go. Give yourself permission to rise. Each morning you'll feel it. Little by little, as the old dissolves, you'll notice that you're stepping out into the world with a fresh sense of clarity, a calm confidence. You're more in tune with who you are. The things that used to shake you, that used to bring anxiety or stress, they just don't seem to have the same power anymore. They don't hook you like they used to. And that's because you're no longer tethered to the old beliefs that once kept you small. Every sunrise is a new beginning, a fresh chapter, but most of us wake up and carry the same baggage from the day before. But imagine this as you reprogram your subconscious with these nightly meditations. You're waking up lighter. You're waking up free. You're waking up with a clean slate, with a renewed sense of self. Each morning is a fresh start. And not just because it's a new day, but because you are new. You're like a river, constantly renewing itself. You are in a state of becoming, always flowing, always expanding. And this journey, this meditation, is about shedding anything that no longer serves you. Imagine yourself as a sculptor. You are chiseling away at the stone, not to create something new, but to reveal the beauty that's already there. You're removing the layers to reveal the masterpiece within. So each night, allow yourself to go a little deeper. Trust that as you sleep, your subconscious mind is rewiring, releasing, renewing. And every morning you'll awaken with a bit more of your true self shining through. In silence, you meet the power you've been searching for. This moment, as you sit quietly, isn't about just relaxation. This is a sacred meeting, a chance to be still, to listen, to tune into the wisdom that's been waiting for you beneath the noise, beneath the chatter. Right here in this silence is where your spirit finds its balance again, where you meet the self that is limitless, untouched by fear, beyond the stories of who you thought you had to be. Because here's the truth, all the answers, all the power, all the clarity you've been looking for, they are already within you. But we don't always hear them, do we? Life, with all its distractions, all its expectations, can muffle that voice, can drown out that inner wisdom. And so we go on searching outside ourselves, looking for guidance, for meaning, for solutions to life's problems. But all along, everything we need, everything we're seeking has been here within us, waiting to be heard. Tonight, and for the next 21 nights, we're going to enter this silence together, deliberately, purposefully. Because with each night, we're planting seeds of intention, seeds of transformation. We're reprogramming the subconscious, reshaping the thoughts, beliefs, and ideas that have held us back, that have kept us small. This is not a passive process. This is an active surrender. Each night, as you drift into silence, I want you to let go a little more. Release a little more of who you thought you were and make room for the self that's emerging, the self that's always been there, waiting in the quiet spaces. Imagine it each night as you close your eyes, you're letting go of one old belief, one outdated thought, one limitation. Imagine peeling away the layers like an onion, getting closer and closer to the core of who you really are. And I promise you, this journey, this 21-night journey is going to be powerful. Why? Because when you connect with the subconscious, when you tap into that deep well of inner wisdom, change happens. It doesn't matter how many times you've tried before or how many setbacks you've faced. You are tapping into a part of you that is unbreakable, that knows no failure, that is pure potential. And that's the beauty of the subconscious. It doesn't argue, it doesn't resist. Whatever you plant there, it takes in and nurtures. It's like fertile soil ready to grow whatever seeds you plant. And tonight we're planting seeds of transformation, of self-love, of limitless possibility. Here's what I want you to do. As you sit here, let yourself sink into the silence. Let yourself become still. Feel the peace, feel the quiet. And as you do, imagine that you're opening a door within yourself, a door to a space of pure awareness, a space beyond all the stories and beliefs. In this silence, you're not your name, you're not your past, you're not your fears, your doubts, your limitations. You are awareness itself, pure and expansive, limitless as the night sky. This is a time of restoration, a time to let go of the old, to shed what's been weighing you down. Feel yourself becoming lighter. Feel yourself becoming free. Every breath, every moment you spend in this silence, you're restoring your spirit, you're rebalancing your energy. You're reconnecting with the source of all that you are. Now I want you to imagine something powerful. Picture your subconscious mind as a blank canvas, empty, clear, open. See it as a vast open field ready to be planted. And now I want you to imagine yourself planting seeds on that canvas. Seeds of love, seeds of abundance, seeds of courage, seeds of inner peace. Each seed you plant is a thought, a belief, a vision of who you are becoming. And each night, as you sit in silence, as you let yourself be still, you're watering those seeds, you're giving them life. And soon they'll take root, they'll grow, and they'll become the new reality, the new you. Because that's the power of a subconscious. It's always working, always creating. Whatever you put in there, whatever you focus on, it takes as its truth. And when you sit in silence, when you allow yourself to be still, you're aligning with that truth. You're telling your subconscious, this is who I am, this is who I'm becoming. Think about it. How often do we get caught up in old patterns, old stories, not because they're true, but because they've been repeated so many times that they've become ingrained in our minds. But here in this silence, you have the chance to rewrite those stories. You have the chance to create new patterns, to tell a new story. And the beauty of it is, it doesn't require force. It doesn't require struggle. It only requires willingness. Willingness to sit, to be still, to listen. Willingness to let go of the noise, the chatter, the distractions. And as you do, as you let yourself sink into this silence, you're creating space for something new, something beautiful, something powerful to emerge. So tonight, as you close your eyes, as you enter into this silence, remember this is a sacred meeting. This is a time to reconnect with the part of you that knows no fear, no limitation. This is a time to meet your true self, the self that is pure love, pure awareness, pure power. Each night as you listen, as you let yourself be still, you're reprogramming your mind, reshaping your reality. You're becoming the person you were always meant to be. So let go. Let go of the doubts, the fears, the old stories. Let yourself sink into this silence and meet the power within you. You are the author of your mind story, so why not write it consciously? Think about that. Every single night, as you close your eyes, you're standing at a crossroads, a moment to rewrite the beliefs you hold, to amplify your peace, and to embrace your purpose. You see, your mind is like fertile soil. And every thought, every belief you plant there is a seed just waiting to sprout. But here's the secret. Most of those seeds, they weren't planted by you. They were placed there by society, by family, by experiences that shaped you when you didn't even know you were being shaped. But tonight, we're going to take back that power. Tonight, we're reclaiming the pen so that you can start writing the story you were meant to live. Now, let's just take a moment. Imagine a version of yourself, the true version that's been waiting patiently. Waiting for you to pause, to quiet the noise, to give it room to emerge. That self is still there, untouched, unblemished, and it's calling to you tonight. So close your eyes and listen. Think of it like this: your subconscious mind is a vast ocean, and most of your life you've only been skimming the surface. You see the waves, you feel the push and pull of thoughts and beliefs. But when you start meditating each night, it's like you're diving below those surface waves, where the real power lies. Down there in the depths of your mind, that's where change happens. That's where transformation takes root. Every belief you hold, every thought you've been repeating to yourself, it's all part of a program that runs in the background, shaping your choices, your actions, your perception of who you are. Now, if you're feeling limited, if you're feeling like you're stuck in patterns you didn't consciously choose, That's because on some level, your subconscious has been writing your story without you. But tonight, you have the chance to become the conscious author. And here's how. Every night, you're given a clean slate, a chance to rewrite the lines in that subconscious program to replace those old beliefs with new ones that serve your highest self. It doesn't take a lifetime, it takes commitment. It takes showing up each night, listening deeply, planting seeds of change, and watching them grow. I want you to try this as you lay down tonight, instead of letting your thoughts drift to worry, to regret, to stress. Consciously bring your mind to a place of peace. Imagine that you're holding a blank page, ready for you to fill it with new words, new beliefs, new stories. Feel that power? You're standing at the beginning of a new chapter. When you listen for 21 nights, you're not just hearing words, you're reprogramming, repatterning, rewiring. You're sending a message to your subconscious that says, I am ready to change. I am ready to release the past, to embrace something bigger. And that message, it doesn't stay in your mind. It travels to your spirit, to your cells, to every part of your being. So many of us spend our lives believing we're trapped by our past, that the labels we've been given are somehow permanent. Too shy, not good enough, always anxious, but what if I told you that those beliefs are simply a reflection of your past choices? And the beauty of this moment, the beauty of every night you lay your head on that pillow, is that you can choose something new. Tonight, and for every night that follows, you're giving yourself the gift of renewal. Picture it each night, you're peeling away the layers of beliefs that no longer serve you, letting go of the words that have weighed you down, and waking up just a little lighter, a little freer. And as you do, you're going to notice something amazing. Your subconscious will start to listen. You'll feel it. It's like a gentle shift, an internal nudge toward peace, toward kindness, toward confidence, toward confidence. And slowly the limits you once felt will start to fade like clouds parting to reveal the sun. Let me ask you this, what do you want your life to look like? What kind of story do you want to write? Because that's exactly what you're creating each night. And when you listen for 21 nights, you're building a rhythm, a momentum, you're creating a new habit, a habit of peace, a habit of courage, a habit of love. See yourself as a gardener of the mind. Each time you meditate, each time you bring conscious attention to the words you're hearing, you're planting seeds of possibility. Imagine waking up each day and feeling a little more aligned with who you truly are. Imagine feeling that pull toward your dreams, your purpose, because you're no longer held back by beliefs that never belonged to you in the first place. But here's the thing, this isn't about forcing change. It's about allowing it. It's about giving yourself permission to unfold naturally, to welcome in peace and let go of fear. It's about trusting that the universe is working with you, guiding you back to your highest self. When you lie down tonight, let that be your mantra, I trust in my potential. I am the author of my story. Let those words echo in your mind as you drift off to sleep. And let them be a reminder that every night you're rewriting the ending to the story you thought you were stuck in. Because, my friend, you are limitless. You are connected to something far greater than you can see. And when you bring that awareness into your night meditation, you're not just changing your mind, you're changing your life.